Next item is committee reports. Legislative update, Mrs. Shorter.
Yes, I do have an update. Yeah, there's a troubling, there are two troubling bills that are actually at the State House right now that are actually both co-sponsored by our own representative,
Jennifer Gross.
Jennifer Gross, yes. As of right now, House Bill 322 and House Bill 327 are two bills that are with the House the Committee, Education and Higher Education Institutions, K through 12 school districts. These two bills severely limit basically the type of information that schools can impart to their kids as it pertains to, I guess, what is considered, it's not even CRT, it's just questions and discussions about race, equity. These particular bills seek to censor what K through 12 school districts can impart to their students. So if it's something considered controversial, there's actually this policy in place that would basically initiate like a professional licensing violation. It removes up to 100% of state funding if there are violations. It's very controversial right now, and this comes out of the discussions about CRT, which is not being taught in Fairfield City Schools or any schools in Ohio. So these two bills are highly restrictive, they promote censorship, and they distort the educational process as given. And so it's important to be aware of them. As I said, they're both sponsored by Representative Gross, and they're opposed by educators throughout the state.
Anything else, Mrs. Shorter?
That's it.
Any questions for Mrs. Shorter? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. The next item is Butler Tech update. The only update I would say or have tonight is that our all boards meeting that was scheduled for September 28th has been postponed temporarily. Hopefully a new date will be coming soon. Any questions about Butler Tech? Okay, Planning Commission, Mr. Bagley.
There was a Planning Commission meeting since our last meeting. That was the first one that I've missed this year in 2021. The two minor items on the agenda had no impact on the schools, as I understand it.
Okay, great, thank you. Student Achievement, Mrs. Gundram.
Okay, so hot off the presses, I saw today where Fairfield High School senior Tatum Prophet scored a perfect 36 composite score on her ACT exam, which is amazing, like less than 1% of the students do it, so. And in sort of extracurricular news, a sophomore at the high school, Elizabeth Pirtle Likens, was selected for the U.S. archery team as a barebow archer, and she is one of only 3 girls nationally to make the team. So
Wow.
that is awesome for her.
Oh, wow.
And that is all that I have.
That's fantastic. Any questions for Mrs. Gundram? I love hearing student achievement updates. It's amazing. And Parks and Recreation, Mr. Clark.
Yeah, Parks and Recreation, I'd like to thank everybody that came out for the Veterans Memorial on Saturday, the 11th. It was a nice service honoring our veterans who have served, are serving, and those in action now. Also for the car show at the Village Green, it was the largest in the history of our city of Fairfield. It was a perfect day, great food, great looking cars. If you did not get to go to the website, Fairfield Parks and Recreation, and check out the pictures. But it was really exciting to see all the people there. Like I said, the weather was great, food was great, cars were outstanding, and the community coming around each other. So it was awesome.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Clark?